Have you ever been pissed at a coworker? So pissed that you could taste it? Speaking of bathrooms, has anyone ever dropped off hot, flaming bag of dung at your doorstep and ran? At work, has your blood ever been so pumping that you're ready to explode on someone? Yet when you do, it doesn't resolve anything, it just makes matters worse because the boss has to get involved. The boss is trying to figure out what in the world's going on. When he finds out, he has to make a decision but is hesitant. Does that sound familiar to anybody in the room? Welcome to Zumwald. Zumwald is headquartered in Germany. They make an array of medical equipment. They have annual revenue of over 3 billion euro. They're decentralized, 6 operations or operating divisions. The managers have autonomy to perform as long as they meet planned objectives, and they get bonuses for meeting their sales growth targets and return on investment capital targets. Managers can outsource components, which is going to be an important detail later in this case. The case mentions 3 divisions, as you recall from our reading today. ISD specializes in ultrasound equipment, Heidelberg does the graphics, and the ECD division does all the circuits and sub-assemblies. So now let's get into the good stuff. In the case, a major dispute broke out, and it all centered around the X73, which is this new ultrasound imaging system equipment. It offers better processing, it's faster, it costs less, it takes up less space. And oh, by the way, the engineers from Heidelberg collaborated with ISD to participate in its design, and they were fully compensated for their labor. So everything sounds all well and good, right? Wrong. The problem occurred when ISD solicited 2 other companies, outside companies, for bids. So instead of trying to insource this in-house, they sought 2 companies for outsourcing. They got a bid from a longtime supplier to Zumwald, who's known for their quality. Their name is Bogaderis. They're a Dutch company. And they also solicited a British company that's brand new to the market, Display Tech. And they're engaged in aggressive pricing strategies because they're trying to get some market share. So before I get to the next slide with the actual numbers, I want to take a raising of hands here. Who do you think is going to come in with the lowest price? You think it's going to be Display Tech? We'll do a showing of hands. How about Bogaderis? Okay, how about Heidelberg? Okay, so it looks like most people think Heidelberg. Well, Heidelberg came in with the highest. So this is more of internal price gouging. They have a 140,000 euro bid, and Display Tech, who's trying to gain market share, came in with the lowball bid at 100.5, and Bogaderis came in between. They're the more quality or value company. So what do? Do we produce this in-house or do we outsource it? Well, ISD selected the cost leader. They wanted to go with the lowest cost, so they picked Display Tech. So this made Heidelberg manager livid. He went to talk to them offline. They couldn't reconcile. So what did he do? He rolled it up to the top. He went to the director and requested a meeting with Mr. Fettinger to get involved in this issue since they couldn't resolve it. So here's a sequence of events that unfolded in our case. Heidelberg requested the ECD manager doing some little under-the-table wheeling and dealing. He said, if you buy, or if you come to me, support me, I'll buy all the electronic components from you, as long as we get this order. So then ISD manager, he angrily claimed that Heidelberg is just trying to do their quote-unquote standard markup, and that's going to hurt his return on investment. Heidelberg said that his return on investment is going to get hurt because he can't price match Display Tech because it would be below his cost. And oh, by the way, this is unfair since my guys helped participate in the design of your X73. So Heidelberg went on to claim that this is in the company's best interest that ISD buys from him. So the director, he starts drilling down to the details. He finds out, okay, how much is the target price? It's 340,000 euros. Heidelberg, what's your cost? 105. How much of that is variable? 50,000.
50.
Heidelberg, what's your capacity at right now? It's at 70%. We're in a global business slowdown. What was it last year? Between 60 and 90%. ECD, what's your cost? Well, we're going to charge 18, or it truly costs 18, but we were going to charge 21.6. What's your capacity at? We're at 90% capacity. So the director is gathering all these details, and he has to make a decision. But before he does so, ISD chimes in and reminds everyone, remember the freedom of sourcing policy that we have in this company. Besides, let's not get wrapped around the axle. This is only 5% of our revenue. And last, I don't want this to adversely affect my future ability to get thoughtful outside quotes. So once everyone chimed in all their thoughts and their dispute back and forth, the director has to make a decision. And like LeBron, before we reveal the decision, we got to let the anticipation build. So we're going to take a look from each stakeholder's perspective. At this time, I'll pass the baton over to Cabby, who will look at the stakeholders' first perspective.